Hey guys, I'm back. I'm just doing pretty much an update video. There's not much happening. Um, so lately I've been working on some projects. I really hope to get the container done soon. So one thing I got just yesterday was a brand new multimeter, which is a fairly big one compared to my hand and the old one I was using. So I can work with that. Be a lot more useful now that I have two, so I can measure power on two different sides of something. And I've been working with microwave transformers. I just recently fried one, like 2 days ago, maybe just yesterday. The secondary here arced. There's no plastic here, and the other one was dropped several times, and so it arced from here over to the ground, which is the core of the transformer. So I'm gonna rewind that to a welder transformer. I've got two capacitors because let me try to find it. Gotta dig in the trash. This is the other one. It's complete. It almost blew up on me. I just noticed this yesterday, like last night, and it almost blew up on me. The base of it is kind of rounded. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can tell the top. These are supposed to be straight up and down like those, but it's bulged out. Any farther than this vent would have blown. That's why that little dot is right there. That's for too much pressure built up and it blows. But I expected it to blow sooner, but I guess it didn't. So, yeah. I made this. Most people call it a chicken stick because you have high voltage on this end, on the screw, on the end, and then you have a wire that will connect to the high voltage part of a transformer, and then so you can just arc from that, and so that will give you protection because this thing is about, I'd say, 2.5 feet long for protection. Here, I got a ruler right here. I actually just cleaned my room yesterday, or 2 days ago. So yeah, let me try to see if I can get a higher up angle, but that's how far one section is. So that's 1 foot. I'll just mark that with that. Looking at this through the camera, so about right there. That's 2 feet. So that's 2 feet and like 2 inches. But so I've got that. Yeah, like I said, I just recently cleaned my room. I'm gonna be working on the container more because I'm gonna show you guys a project I just built in a second. But I've got a panel. This is nice. I got that. So I got this from my mom, from her work because she's an electrician. And I ran some wire I got a long time ago, which is 4 gauge, which is ridiculously thick cable. I think that's the size of my finger compared to it. And so I need to get something called a disconnect panel, I need a 50 amp disconnect panel, which they run at about $75 each. I need the one with the disconnecting arms, so if anyone had one laying around, I would seriously take it, because I really do need it. Yeah, so I cleaned my room. This entire area was just piled with stuff up here. Like, I had my train set and everything over here, just everything was piled, like, under there. That, I'm going to throw into a bin soon and take it back out to the container. That's all stuff piled from just everything. So I cleaned my room, got that done, and I got to take care of some stuff. Recently got fiberglass in my hand from a cable that was old enough to still have fiberglass on it, but yeah, my closet's clean. My mom helped with this, mainly did a lot of the work, but still got a lot of things in here. So I've got one printer down here, one printer down there, and then I've got another printer down there. That printer down here I got out of a veterinary clinic dumpster, and it works flawlessly, and it still has ink and paper in it. And the clinic they just built, and I think it was from their old clinic that they threw it out. I'm friends with the owners of it, so So yeah, let me just clean this back up. I don't want to get my room messy. Because if anyone knows how, it takes me about 5 hours from start to finish to clean my room. So yeah, just hook that up. This is mainly just going to be an update video. I'm going to show you guys soon that microwave transformer. I got to be careful because I have to do it out in the garage because I understand my mom not liking it inside. That's several thousand volts at a few amps pushing it, so that's why I'm going to need that panel. But this is just a project I'm working on, and this is what I just built. It's a power controller. Here, let's try to make sure it's not blurry. There we go. So get down on the floor. Alright, so you have voltmeter here, an amp meter here. I think this one needs to be fixed because it doesn't seem to register that much at all when it should be registering a lot more. So I need to get a new one. If anyone wants to send me these, a few volt and amp meters, I don't care what type, just these can, I would hope to get one that goes up to like 300 volts or something, and an amp meter that goes up to about 100 instead of 30, but if someone could send me amp meters, volt and amp meters, that'd be awesome. And so I've got a power switch here. My main power switch is here. I'll plug it in here in a second and show you. But so when you flick that, the light would come on, and then over here you have a selection because there's two outlets. It's normal outlet, but they're broken in between, so it's individual ones. So then this you could switch between that one, which would be that one, and that one. So, and then you would have this one, which right now that way is just dummy load. It just does nothing. The middle is neutral, and that way I would turn on both. So it can do I can guarantee it can do 30 amps, just not continuous. I'm gonna try not to pull that off my table. So now if you look, the amp meter will have constant. The volt and amp meters are in line, and then it goes to the switch. So these will constantly register the power. So then you flick the switch, the power comes on, and you can see because I have that, if I flick this, that's kind of hard, let me move my hands. If I flick this over to the right, that outlet would come on, which I forget which one it is on that box, and then the other way, that one would come on. It turns on that light because that's how it's connected. This way it just does nothing, it just turns on another light. And that way it turns on that light, and the other one's because it's supplying power to both. I turn this off and unplug it. I'll show you around the back. Yeah, it's not the cleanest wiring job, but it took me like an hour to do. This is what I'm using for tension or hot glue, and it's a lot of wire to keep tension off the cables coming in. And so you have your amp meter over here, you have your voltmeter over here, and then you have the toggle, the all one or just the dummy load switch, main power switch, and then you have selection between outlets switch. I'm going to probably make a lot more of these designs. Seems how I got a lot of ideas for them. So this is the basic schematic of it. Your amp meter comes in line with it because it needs to measure power across these points, so it goes in across the lines. The voltmeter measures between both of the lines, hot and neutral. And then you have your main power switch, which that's the light. These symbols are the lights. And then make sure that it's going to be not blurry. And then you have this switch right here, which goes in between, measuring between outlet 1 or outlet 2. You got lights for that. And then, or the power can come over here to this switch. It's double pole, double throw. This one is 2, but I just didn't worry about that because I'm not using the other half. And the power comes over to this wiper and this wiper, which is the switch contacts. You have the contacts here. Well, this is the piece that switches in between the contacts, which are these. So I have this contact, and then that one just tied down. So basically, when this thing gets power, in between these, it'll either send power to this outlet, or the power can come through here and be drawn from here and power both. And there's a light for the dummy side, but got those lights. So all the lights on here are actual several years old. I just salvaged them from old projects that I've never used. So that's that project. Video's like 10 minutes long already. So yeah, I got old relay boards. This one does nothing right now. It's not even complete. Idea for a project, but I never did anything with it. I've got, bring this one out. I've got this one. It's fully wired up. I just don't use it. It was for a lighting project idea. I can put this in the container and I can reuse that. I don't even know what the wiring schematic is on it. I just did that off of mind. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 relays. This relay right here is rated up to 60 amps. It's a really powerful relay. And so that's one thing. So the stuff I really want to get soon is more microwave transformers along with the along with these parts in there, the capacitors. And then there's a thing that the wires go up to. It's called a magnetron. Make sure you never break those because it will release radiation and it's very toxic. So I think it contains thorium. So I want those, and then there's some other stuff I'd like to get, like volt and amp meters, more of those. A disconnect panel, but I don't have money for it. That's the thing. I have money, but I don't want to spend it. So I'm gonna be setting aside a fund for that, so I can get that all set up. And yeah, not much else has been happening. Yeah, it's still a mess. I'm gonna have to go get a bucket and clean that up. So, well, thank you guys for watching. See ya.